Now, let's hear from Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, who confirms here that there are still deep state intel agents at the CEI who are doing what they can to undermine the president.
There are people within the intelligence community who believe that their will is more important than the will of the American people, and will weaponize intelligence by leaking it to their friends within the mainstream media with the intent of undermining President Trump's agenda.
Now, Josh, Donald Trump promised a reckoning. He had people associated with him jailed over some very dubious politically motivated charges. Are we going to see a reckoning? Are they going to get away with it?
So, I mean, there's a difference here, Rita, between me saying what I want to happen versus me putting on my legal hat as a lawyer and trying to kind of predict what will actually happen here. First of all, on Tulsi's comments right there about how there are still hostile, subversive, deep state actors, of course. I mean, least surprising comments ever. I mean, there is zero shred of doubt in my mind that these swamp monsters, proliferate, frankly, throughout all the various organs of the intelligence community, the CIA, the FBI, NSA. So I have no doubt about that really whatsoever there. As far as seeking justice, here is what I will say. I do think that there are serious chances of getting John Brennan, James Comey, and or Hilary Clinton on perjury charges. Perjury under federal law has a 5-year statute of limitations, and all three of them, based on what I've seen, you could very plausibly argue they perjured themselves before Congress within the past 5 years. I think especially John Brennan. That might be the easiest case for Pam Bondi and her Russiagate strike force that she's calling it. That might be the easiest case for them to go after there. But a lot of these other crimes, let's recall, go back to 2016, 2017. And most of the crimes that I hear people talking about have either a 5 or a 7-year statute of limitations. So that does raise, Rita, the interesting possibility that maybe you want to go kind of pull an Alvin Bragg in reverse and try to, shall I say, creatively begin the tolling of statute of limitations, a la how Alvin Bragg tried to do the very same thing to Donald Trump, actually how he successfully did the same thing to Donald Trump in that outrageous Stormy Daniels, Michael Cohen, New York State fraudulent bookkeeping, hush money, the most Stalinist prosecution, frankly, of my entire adult lifetime. So I mean, that's a very interesting conversation. Should the right engage in some similar tactics there? Honestly, my inclination is actually, if it's remotely plausible, probably yes, because I have long been of the opinion that when it comes to this lawfare that the Democrats started with Merrick Garland and Jack Smith, I do think that short-term escalation is necessary to throw some punches back in the service of a mid to long-term truce. I don't know if that's going to happen there, so I'm just kind of tempering expectations. I think that perjury charges for Brennan, Comey, and or Hillary might be the best that we can probably reasonably hope for.
I think you're 100% right there. That lawfare that the Democrats started, if the Republicans don't hit back, it really doesn't provide any sort of an incentive for the Democrats not to do that again when they're in power. This is the only way you're going to be restoring some sanity and standards and not having these agencies completely politicized and weaponized to go after political opponents. Josh Hammer, thank you so much again for your time tonight.